Hello. Apologies, I didn't get the opportunity to create a video yesterday. I was running about here, there and everywhere. But I think last time I created a message, I said that I was going to find my school, which I did. It was an interesting journey. I had it scheduled to take about 40 to 50 minutes to get down there, and it ended up taking me about 2.5 hours to find the place. So yes, it took a while. Basically, my route says that I need to jump on one train from where I live. That's about a 5-minute walk. I get on the train and then I go a couple of stops, get off, and then I have to head to a different line because I start on a JR line. Then I needed to move across to one that wasn't JR. I think they call it the subway. So the directions in Japan can, for me, I'm not saying for everyone, can be a little bit confusing. For instance, when I came out of this particular station, it just said, turn right and you'll find the line. So I was like, okay, turn right, find the line. But when I turned right, it was outside. So I said, well, does it now want me to go straight ahead and cross the road, or is it one of these subway stations outside here? It caused a little bit of confusion for me. So I spent about 25 minutes trying to work that bit out, and I realised a lot of people have got the subway down. It's just my own navigation skills didn't hold up. But anyway, eventually I found it. I had to come out, turn right again, walk for 5 minutes, and then the station was down there somewhere, but I guess it would have been easier if I just asked someone. The next hiccup I was met with is the different types of train on each line: rapid, express, local, semi-rapid, semi-express. There's different ones. Some stop at stops and some don't. And whereas the apps that I'm using tell me the line to get, they haven't given me so much detail on which train, or if they do, I'm not working it out properly yet. But anyway, that took me a short while. I got on the right train, and I basically hold the app up and then I say, what's the next station? And then I compare it, and that's how I know I'm going the right way. Some of the confusion also comes from the fact that the apps that I'm using say it does stop here, it doesn't stop there, it does stop here. But the train I was on was stopping at stops that it said it wouldn't stop at. So then I was like, oh, am I on the wrong train? Should I get off? Should I stay on? But anyway, it all worked out, and I got where I needed to go, kind of south. And the final trip or step of my journey that I need to take is the bus. And I've never used a bus in Japan, so it's kind of an exciting thing. When I say exciting, I mean nerve-wracking. So my instructions said take this bus, and I didn't know if it was the same bus or if it was a different bus or if they went from different places, so I just sat at a station anyway. It took about half an hour or so for it to come along. And then, being from the United Kingdom, our buses have a door at the front. You get on, you speak to the driver, say where you want to go, he tells you what to pay, done. In Japan, or in Osaka, they have two doors, a front door and a back door. So my natural instinct is to go to the front, but that's not what you do. 1 second, I need to stop a bath running. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so I waited to see who got on the bus first and where they were going to go to. And it turns out you get on the bus at the back. Fine. And when you get on, there's these boxes. One that you can use the card that you'll have, and one that you can use, there's a ticket, like a ticket machine, so you can take the ticket. So I had my pass card, so I thought, well, I know how this works, so I'll use that. Bang. And then they're quite small, the buses, and on this bus it was only old people that got on. I don't know if that's the way all buses work and if it's primarily transport used by older people, but it was kind of a quiet place that I'm going to be working in, so maybe that's just how it goes. So I got on the bus. The voice of it's kind of like the subway in that the bus talks like the subway talks, but it was very muffled and I couldn't understand the pronunciation of the stops. So I knew the stop that I needed to get to, but I couldn't hear what the voice was saying, so I didn't know if I was going to the right stop or the wrong stop. It's like that. And plus the driver speaks as well. But he was wearing the mask and he had the mic in front of the mask, so I'm not really following that. So what I needed to do is use my phone. My mobile phone has been invaluable while I've been in Japan because I can use Google Maps, I can use transport apps, I can use all sorts of things, and that's keeping me on the straight and narrow here. So I just looked at the map that I was given, I looked at the app, and I followed the GPS until it told me, oh, you're about where you needed to be, so I got off. It's my computer starting up. So that was good. I got off at the right place, I followed the rest of the directions. It's a 5-minute walk to the school, so everything is good. When we were in training, they told us that we should press an intercom and introduce ourselves, and then we'll be collected from the front gate. However, this school seems to have like 3 or 4 entrances, so I don't know which entrance I'm supposed to be using. So on Tuesday when I start, I'll try to work that out to sort of see what I need to do. It's kind of nerve-wracking. Across the road from the school, something that was quite beautiful was it looks like a rice field, but it might not be a rice field. There's just lots of long green shoots as far as the eye can see. And I thought, wow, this is really nice, I want to take a picture of this. However, this field seems to attract the dragonflies. Maybe about that big. Dragonflies about that big. Dozens of them. And coming from the UK, they're kind of rare, so you don't see too many of them. But they're buzzing around everywhere, and I was like, ah, like jumping on the spot and things. People driving past, like, oh, what's wrong with him? So that was embarrassing. On the way back, I decided to be bold and use the ticket system on the bus. So the ticket system is you get on the bus, you take a ticket, has a number on it. The number corresponds to the price which is displayed at the front of the bus on an electronic screen. So if you got a ticket here, it's this much. If you got a ticket here, it's that much. If you got a ticket here, it's that much. So when I got to the end, it was basically telling me, because I was number 8, the 8th stop I think, I had to pay X amount of money. And then when you get up and leave by the front of the bus, there's this, it looks like a meat grinder sort of thing, and you put the money and the ticket into that, and then the driver says thank you and you get off, and no problem. Getting home was a lot easier than getting there, so I think I'm really glad that I made the trip, because on Tuesday I can't afford to be late, so I'm going to leave extra early, I think. Yeah, and that was pretty much transport in Japan. Osaka itself has the subway and the JR line, and they go the slightly different routes and things, and I've only very recently worked out that the loop line is really good for me to get to the major places. I need to try and work out if there is an app that handles both of that or makes it easier to sort of navigate, because at the minute I'm struggling a little bit. Yes, and I apologise for my unkempt expression, face and hair today. Basically, I've been doing a lot of chores, mopping and brushing, and I just wanted to make the video while I remembered. So, yep, that's pretty much transport so far. I'll probably do a bit more on that another time. Today, I will just do a bit more tidying, really. Get cleaned up and maybe prepare for school. So, that's that. Thanks very much, and have a great day. Bye.